Hi guys, Ghost Raven here, and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines 2. Today we have some quite big news. So the developers Paradox have released quite a big patch for Cities Skylines today. It was actually released this morning, so it went live, so I've been able to play with it a little bit, and then I just wanted to jump into my game and show you guys what I've been up to. Well, I'm going to show you what we can get up to, basically. So I hope you guys are doing well today. Yeah, so give the video a like and subscribe to the channel, and you'll get more daily updates and more daily videos like this. So I'm going to let the simulation run a little bit. It is running on just a normal speed. I just want to go and have a look at the city life, going to look at one of our tourist attractions, and I just want to explain to you what Paradox have done and what they've released today. So if I have a look at the patch notes, they've added 8 new roads and new traffic route feature. So improving traffic in your city just got easier. So that's a really cool feature that they've just added, redirecting, being able to see where your traffic routes are going and being able to make adjustments to your traffic flow to see where there are bottlenecks, just to help keep the traffic flowing smoothly. There is also new pedestrian alleys, there's new parking lots, there are new parks, there's a new size park for basically anything you can imagine. There's even a 1x1 block, so you can add a little park if you want to. Lots of parking, lots of different types of parking, so they've added lots of new roads where parking is now available on the roads, which is really cool as well. They've also added gravel parking spaces, so it's a little bit cheaper than the counterparts, and they've also added new parking, double-story parking garages. So we're definitely going to have a look at that and see what that's about. And as I said to you, parks, lots of different parks. And then the other thing I wanted to just chat to you about was that I was running a few mods. I kept the game very vanilla. I like the game to be as vanilla as possible. And I was running just a few mods just for quality of life things. So the tree align tool, so that we could place trees. We could also place, I was using the aged mod, so we could place aged trees. So now that's become part of the game. So part of the latest patch, you can go to this section now, and when you are choosing your trees, they've now added a line tool and they have added a curve mode tool. So I thought that was really cool, a cool addition. And they've also added age, so I can now select the coconut palm. I can choose this line tool mode, and then I can choose the distance between the trees, and then here's the aging here. So they've made it a lot easier than what the mod was previously. So now we can do that ourselves. And then I can just show you some of the new parking features, some of the new parking lots that they've added. So let's kind of have a look at that. So if we look at the roads, okay, so let's just start with the roads because the parking is part of it, so it's going to form part of the video. So you can see that they have added a lot more roads. These add parking lots to the sides of the roads. They get one lane, one way, and parking on the one side, on the other side, on both sides. A single one way going through. So a lot more variety. Wide angle parking lot. So we can add a lot more parking into our cities. So let's go and have a look at some of these. Let's just see what some of these do. So we were looking at the roads, so let's just go back to the roads. I do apologize. Okay, so this one is a narrow one lane parking road without sidewalks, features angle parking spots, so allow traffic to park in both directions. That's really nice for your business district. So let's have a look. So I don't know if I want to do the one way. I want to just do more of a two-way if they do have something like that. Excuse me. So they've got the one way there. So let's choose a slightly bigger road. So there's the angle parking lots. Choose the upgrade tool, and that does eat into a little bit of space, so we don't want to use that one. Does that eat into space as well? It does as well. So it does bring it down to a 2-lane, and then it adds parking. We need, because we have the high density buildings, I would prefer to have the 4-lane, but now the parking obviously then requires a little bit more additional space. You can even add it to the road with the tram lines on it. So our tram line is really busy, but there's not much we can do about that. It is in the red. It was the last time I looked, I think it was like, I know it actually looks like it's doing fine. The last time I saw it was over at 106% capacity. We couldn't add any more trams, so I just left it as, I think we're going to have to go metro if we start adding any more density into the city. But yeah, so that's the parking road. So I just want to add, let's go and do it in one of our new neighborhoods, so we're not messing with our existing cities. So I'm happy to mess around here. So it's angled parking bays. So I'm going to add it along the roads that are next to the medium residential. And you can immediately see the cars that were parked on the roads have now been moved into their parking bays, and now there's a whole bunch of additional parking
That track was totally lit.
on those roads, which is actually really nice because that's more medium residential. You know, it looks more like.
I'm beefing.
We just changed that. Excuse me. It looks more like proper downtown sort of residential, where you've got, you know, your flats coming in, your apartment blocks coming in. Okay, so I just want to start also just expanding on our residential. Then we can look at some of the new parks and some of the other new features that have been added to the game. And also I have added because I went completely vanilla, I've always loved the Japanese style theme things, so I decided to download the Japanese pack, and I have installed the Japanese pack with us today. So we're not running 100% vanilla because we do have the Japanese pack. So now there's a new little Japanese icon here. So if I click on that icon, I now have different buildings. So I want to just see what they look like. So I'm going to create little 2x2s. Like we have our normal North American, European styled 2x2 blocks, and I just want to see what the difference looks like between the two, or the three actually. And now that I am running vanilla and my game seems to be running smoothly, I am going to install the German and the UK and the French pack and all the other packs that are available. I will definitely install it and introduce it into my game. Okay, so you can see the little Japanese icon there on the little icons, and that tells you that's the Japanese style buildings. I'm just going to bring in 2 grids of that. Just mix it up a little bit on this side. Okay, and then I do want to improve the public transport out here because I don't think there is any public transport out here. There are 3 connections in. You've got this one, this one, this one. This one hasn't been hooked up to the highway, so that's the connection is not working. So we can add another off-ramp on this side. So let's just take the normal road. I'm going to turn off some of the guides and I'm going to just drag it out at 180 degrees. Sorry, that's the 180 degrees we want to keep. And that's the distance. That gives us the distance. Perfect. Okay, and then I want to just make one of our off-ramps like we've done in the past. So I'm going to raise it by 1 and all the guides are on. I'm going to go up by 3, drag it across, go up by 3, drag it across, and then I use the 4-lane one-way. And we can delete that section of the road if we want to. Oh, I didn't draw it in. Apologies. Okay, and as I've done in the past, I add grass so that no cars can park there. Although with all the new parking, I don't think we're going to have a problem with that at all. Okay, and then I want to show you how to do a joining of a highway correctly. So in real life, you're going to have a slip lane which goes off the highway and then goes on the off-ramp or goes on the on-ramp. So we're going to do the same sort of thing here. So I'm going to draw just a line for the moment across the highway. Now what that's going to do is, I'm going to pause the game. It's going to add a new node into the game. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on that side. So where do we do it? We did it to the closest one. It's going to add another node to the road. Sorry, not to the game, to the road. Okay, so this one we've already got an off-ramp, so and an on-ramp. So I'm just going to delete that. So we're just going to make this better. Okay, and the same thing here. Cool. Okay, so now that I've got those points, what I can do is I can upgrade the highway. So the highway upgrade, I want to probably go from there. Okay, no. I'm not going to worry about that for now. We're just going to do this section. So I'm going to do a bigger lane. So we've got a 3 lanes. I'm going to change it to a 4 lane. I'm going to choose the upgrade. And on that section of the road, I'm going to upgrade it in both directions. Making sure that we keep the equal distance, in between. And then I don't need the additional lanes, so we're going to have the 1 lane that's going to come off. We can have the 2 lanes, or we're just going to have the 1 lane. I think we're just going to have the 1 lane coming off. So from that node, I'm going to drag, and then if I delete, let me just do that again. Show you how it's supposed to work. Because we're going in the wrong direction, guys. I'm being an idiot. Okay, so let's try that a third time. Third luck's the charm. There we go. At that node. At that node. Let me just delete it there. Perfect. And then I'm going to draw that in. Excuse me. Okay, and I'm going to leave the intersections in for now. So they want to get onto this off-ramp, they can jump onto that lane. There they go, really easily. A whole dedicated lane specifically for them. And we want to do the same thing here. So I'm just going to upgrade this whole section of the highway. Went to the wrong direction, so I confused a little bit, and I can delete that road. Perfect, and I'll just have the 1 lane. Make sure we're not upgrading. This node's a little bit further back than the other one, which is fine. Okay, I'm going to leave the intersections there. So perfect. That looks much cleaner, much nicer. And then we can maybe add another bus station here. We can ferry people from the bus station and maybe have another metro line in. Although if we do a lot of high density very quickly, then we're going to have a lot of people moving in. So I also think we're not going to have, such high, medium, and also many medium residential and high residential like we have in this part of the city. I want this to be a lot more sort of lower to medium density. Preferably no high density at all. Here's our first Japanese building coming in. They do look really nice. Look at their little double stories. Little apartments. Even have a little parking lot for their cars. Although we have plenty of parking on the street, guys. Plenty parking. So the North American homes, they park on the streets. So I wonder if you can do anything on the center. Let's have a look at the smallest road. Okay, it was without sidewalks, which I don't think we do want. Also without sidewalks. Okay, it's just a one direction. Small street for foot traffic to allow point of service to deliver vehicles. So that's more an alley, like some of these bigger buildings are supposed to have. Not that we have very many alleys running behind these buildings. Probably like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, we've utilized the space with our own parking lots already from when we were playing previously. So we can have a look at some of the new parks. They have added so many parks. It's unbelievable, actually. So they've got a tiny park, if you look, with literally a one by one square. Another one. So if you have a look at them, really pretty little assets. There's a little fireplace going there. Nice little trees. And then we have an urban parquet, which takes up 2 by 1. It's also quite nice. A covered canopy. Small playground, we know. Square pocket park. Urban pocket park. Tiny city park, we know. Canopy covered pocket park. That's 3. That's the one is a 2. A little bit more shading than that one. Excuse me. Wide pocket park. That's cool because you can literally run it up on the side of the building. Excuse me. I think that's really cool. Okay, let's see what else they've got. Gardens that goes in from that side. It's a canopy goes in from that side. Dog park we know, small park we know, small plaza we know, and campsite we know. So let's go and have a look at these assets. Got a lot of homeless people in our city. It's a sign that we need more residential buildings. Excuse me. So let's carry on with the Japanese theme and let's just add in a few more. So I'm happy. The game seems to be running smoothly since the patch, which is I'm happy about it because I've been battling with it. So for me, it definitely does make a big difference. I wish you could have one of these little alleys, but with parking on it. That would be cool. Okay, I just want to make sure it doesn't break any of the gridding, so all the zoning. And the same thing. I'm just going to remove the pedestrian crossings, remove the traffic lights. There we go. And add some more of this Japanese low residential. That's pretty cool. So maybe we can take one of these small parks and add it in the center here, replace a house, take another one of these, add it there. Just so that there's nice variety and there's some parking and stuff in the city. Let's just have a look at these. I'm going to delete them. We do have homeless people living in them, so I don't want them around. I don't want them to be able to do that. Maybe we must just add some low residential or low cost high residential. Also, then again, I don't want to be adding it to this part of the city. I want to keep this city pretty clean. Clean and pretty. Okay, so if you put trees on the side of the road, there. Okay, now if I want to change the trees, and let's just say I want to change it to palm trees, I can. Look at that, guys. That's super cool. Okay, so I really like that. Okay, so coming off the intersections, you don't want traffic anyways. You don't want people to be able to park, so you put the trees in. It's so great that you can actually have this level of detail now. I must be honest with you. Very excited. Look at that, guys. You can even choose the age of the trees. You can have fully grown trees straight away. Look how pretty that is. Huh. Awesome. Okay. So let's have a look at some of these Japanese medium residential. Do we have a... No, we don't. We do? Nope. Okay, so we don't have something that's that deep. Maybe they are 3 deep. Maybe we can do... Nope. Okay, let me just remove... Let's just do some tests, okay? So 2x3, 2x4, 2x5, 2x6. Okay, so it doesn't go back that far. So it's a maximum of 2x4. Okay, so that's how you work that out. So maximum of 2x4. So let's remove that. Let's see if we can put in one of these new angle parking. Allows traffic in parking in both directions. See, it's big, guys. Jeepers, it's big. Yes, we just choose the I suppose there wasn't going to be parking there anyways, because we don't have it over there between those buildings. And then I wanted to maybe we can do 3. That's cool. And then we've got parking in between. And people are already using this intersection. I really like the idea that you can do this already. This is absolutely fantastic, guys. They used to have it in City Skylines 1. But now them having it in City Skylines 2 is even better for me. Okay, so which one did we choose? I can't remember. That doesn't look the same. I don't want the one way. That's too big. Too big. Too small. Too small. That's that one. We want angled bays. Let's have straight ones, angled ones, have a little bit of variety. We're going to add some more residential there. Oh, look how much nicer it is with the palm trees, guys. I'm so excited. That one change alone. I hated the fact that you couldn't change the trees, because in City Skylines 1 you could, so it's a big change for me. That's awesome. That's very cool. Okay, we do need to sort out our elementary problem, because we still keep having a problem with the elementaries, so I'm going to just go crazy and add 4 and upgrade them. And it doesn't even look like that's brought us into the green, but let's hope that does something for us. And we can do one of these one-way single lane parking roads in between the two. Okay, and I'm going to just remove the traffic light and the pedestrian crossings. So we don't need that. Do you want people to park by the elementary schools? No. We want a place to be able to put more trees. I wish you could select the tree beforehand and the age and everything. Yeah, man. I'm so happy. This is such a cool change. Look at that. Okay, we want some more medium residential, so let's bring in some of our normal North American style. Or we can, where we said it was 4, right? 3 by 4. So I'll have to delete those roads. This is fine. We can see the variety of buildings coming in, and it's giving us a little bit of space. But now we can go and see the new line tool that they have given us, guys. That's amazing. So choosing the age, choosing the distance down to 0, choosing the tree that I want, and look at that. No mods needed. Absolutely brilliant. They've also got the curved one. So if you want to, you can do a curve. So cool, man. So cool. Okay. And it allows you to easily delete it as well. But I mean, look how much better that part of the city looks with these palm trees and the Japanese style buildings. I know that the palm trees don't really work with the Japanese style, but and some of our medium residential, we've got some of this new Japanese medium residential coming in. That's looking pretty cool as well. Okay, and it is asking for pretty much everything except for industrial. A little bit of business. But our main side of the city is doing fine. Okay, I just want to have a look at some of our routes, make sure we're doing okay. See the tram line, I said to you, we can't upgrade any further. It's already at 78%, 85% now. We'll have to put in a metro to solve that issue. Maybe we can run a second line. Let's see if that actually helps. Let's try that, guys. So we've got tram. We definitely have capacity. Okay, so I'm just going to pause the game for now. And we should have stations on either side of the road. So we've got on either side. It doesn't look like we have though over here for some reason. So I'm just going to add another stop onto that side. Okay, and oh, I'm so happy that we can add trees now. But do that just now. Okay, cool. So we have added the stop, so now we want to add the line. So that's going in this direction, so let's go in this direction. It's literally doubling the capacity now. Now we'll make the roads a little bit busier because now you have a tram line running on the middle of the road. So we're going to make it free as well. Just going to go balls to wall, give it 9 vehicles. Colors, we've got red, we've got yellow. Let's go yellow. I think we don't have. No. Okay, and that should also help with the capacity on the other lines as well. So not just the red one. I just hope we have enough trams. Here they come. So far 6 out of 15. So we still got capacity. Some more tram lines are coming in. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a struggle to get them onto the grid and get them flowing, but once they are, it's going to be brilliant. Cause a little bit of a traffic jam of trams. But let's follow him through. We are 3 times speed, so it should be pretty quick. So have a look at capacity. People are starting to use it already, only 24. We'll check capacity again. Oh, he's gone behind the building, so I'm just going to turn the camera. There you go. Okay, a lot of people starting to line up. So this is the second one. The first one is already full. And that should immediately be alleviating some of the congestion. It is, look at that. So we solved that without having to put in a metro in yet. Okay. That's pretty good going. Perfect. Alright, so we want to think about a tram line in here. We want to think about offices and businesses and all that type of stuff in here. So I'm just going to choose the normal North American style businesses for now. And just add some businesses in over there. I know we are going to add businesses there and there. But I'm thinking of maybe we should start using some of these new parking. So in the middle of the businesses, we can have parking. Okay, so I'm going to cut it down the center. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Okay, that should allow us to put in the 6 by 6, 6 by 6, 6 by 6. No wait, that's too much. Sorry guys, sorry. Only getting excited. It's my fault. So I wonder if we can do it so close together. So if I delete that and I do one in that direction and I do one in that direction, Okay, and then I remove the pedestrian crossings because I don't want so many pedestrian crossings and roads there. So we have parking in between the offices. Commercial, not offices. And then in between there, we can actually have detailing. We can have some of these new parks. We have so many of each parks to choose from. So we can have a combination of mini parks and urban parks and canopy parks. Let's just see, it's a 2. That's nice. Add a variety, I think. It's going to be super cool. And then what you can do is you can bring in some more shops in the middle. Not that we have any demand for it at the moment, but it's there anyways. Okay, and we're going to bring just a few more people in. Definitely not the mixed. I would like to see what those are about. Just keep it growing steady but surely. You don't put too much, sudden stress on your network, because then you have 5 million people coming into the city. Excuse me. Our population is growing steadily but surely, so it's working perfectly. We just need to just chill, plant more trees, make it more green. Okay, we're going to add some more over here. I really like the look of these buildings. I like to see how they level up, what they look like when they level up. Cool. See, I've left intersections in. I'll see if it starts getting like hectically busy. But as I said to you, I'm going to keep the density quite low, so it shouldn't be an issue. I just want lots of low density, and then I'll be happy. But I like our new shopping area. Okay, so some of these parkings have their own shopping. Some of the shops have their own parking. That's what I mean to say, not the other way around. Okay, cool. All right, so this seems to be working much better. As I said, we don't have a lot of people coming in, so it's fine for now. I think I'm going to probably remove this double space, put in a road back. Also, I'm going to think about where I want to put in the road network. So I'm going to do that with the grass. So between the offices, so I think we're going to do it smaller than the other block. So that'll be the offices, and then we'll start with the residential. So yeah, so it's not going to be very, I don't think it's going to be very well used anyways, but I'm going to put another tram line, I think. Just around the shops, so people can get around easier. We can ferry people in a lot easier if we need to as well. Okay, so we've gone all the way down here, so okay, that's fine for now. Okay, because we can plan it accordingly. So offices, I mean, our shopping's not going to come out that far. Now that we can add in these different ones, I'm definitely going to be mixing it up a bit. I think this is cool that you can have parking there, and then you can take parking off the streets completely if you want to. And then there's going to be a lot less traffic, a lot less noise, I would assume. Like when you're doing it here, you're removing all the parking from this area, so there's no cars that are going to be driving here unless they're going to be coming and picking up garbage or doing that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so I'm just going to keep Just keep doing this, keep growing the city slowly but surely, keep beautifying it now that we can change the trees. Listen to the tunes and just relax. And if you haven't liked the video, please like it. Don't forget to like it. It helps with the algorithms and it shows my videos to more people, so more people get exposed to my shenanigans. How are we doing for coverage out here? We don't have great coverage. Let's just have a look. Okay, so we got by the airport, but we don't have out by the shipping yard. Oh, we do. There we do. Okay, and we have by the prison, so we do have, but we don't have coverage here. So as I said to you, like lower density, just bring in a small mast. I don't think we're going to need anything major. When I have 2 rows of lower residential, he's already complaining. I like the fact that there's so many cool roads and stuff now. Turn the snapping back on. And remove the intersection. I mean, seriously. Okay. So I don't even know if I want to make it narrower, to be honest with you. I definitely want to have more low residential. All of our Japanese style buildings coming in looking really nice. So much free parking in this section of the city. People will be able to come from that side of the city and come and park on this side of the city. Because it definitely looks like this neighborhood's starting to become more Japanese style. I like it more. Really cool free addition to the game. Fantastic. Let me just turn those off so we don't have any braking. And just keep people coming in slowly but surely. Keep the city growing. That's what it's all about. Okay. Cool. So I just let it grow. Now I want to think about actually bringing in these trams. I don't know how noisy the trams are, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the middle of the road, and I'm only going to have them in one direction. So if you have a look at the roads, you can split the road. So I'm going to use that split, and I'm going to use the upgrade tool. Probably should have done it before we upgraded it, because now we're going to have to upgrade it again. But I'm just thinking. I want to probably bring it in a little bit closer instead of having it out this way. So I'm going to increase the distance. By another one. And then this, I think the same thing on this side, yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to remove. Just that for now, just that I can see what I'm doing, and I know coming off the highway we are definitely going to have stuff on both sides. So that is because it's the wrong road. So if we go back to the normal road, it's fine. Okay, so coming into the cities, I think coming off the highway, we definitely want to do that and do that. Okay, and the same thing here. Okay, but then what we're going to do is we're going to put the grass in the middle. I don't think you can do it on both sides and the middle, which is fine. Okay, and then we're going to put trees up the middle of that. trees on the other side as well. You can't. So you can choose one or the other, which is fine. And then we're going to upgrade with the trees that we want. Yeah, so do that on both sides. Excuse me. Okay. Let's go and have a look, see what that looks like. Much nicer. Coming into the city. Much prettier. I think it's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. With the new style buildings coming in on this side. City's starting to look different, like it's progressing and changing as it's growing. It's fantastic. So we're going to need some more commercial. So let's do the same sort of thing we did there. So we're doing the 6x6 on either side. And let's just help it along if it does break like that. I don't know why it's not. Okay, but then we are going to put in those roads again. So it was, I can't remember which ones we used. I think we used that one. And we didn't like me joining in from the other way, which is fine. Just remove the intersections and the sidewalks. This is, wait, it's a lot different to what we had before. That's probably exactly why there's a problem. Silly, silly, silly me. Okay, there we go. We're just gonna have to remove those intersections again. Jeepers, that does look really ugly. I don't know why it looks so bad. Because the intersection was connecting weirdly there. Okay, that's definitely better. Definitely better. Come on, man. There we go. And we put other little ones in the center. We put little parks in there. Keep people happy. Let's put in a little park there. Using the little 4x4 ones. Or 2x2, I should say. Just to add some cool variety, and then add some shops on either side of it. Very cool. Okay, you see we've got a lot of people already walking on this side of the streets. So let's get the line up and running. Okay, so we want to do it here, we said. Okay. And then I said we were going to upgrade it as well. So we're going to do that whole road like the avenue, like we've done coming in and out of the city.
Totally lit. We'll be
We do the grass in the center.
Later in the show. Now, if you're part of my regular posse, you know I'm beefing with my dentures. Too many peppermint
Okay, and then we're going to put in
and look where
the trees.
I can't even chew a croissant these days. But good news, I've decided
Okay,
to
so
give up
we zoomed
trying
out
to
there,
save
so I
the
don't even
ivory
see if
and
they were
get
in.
myself a decked-out
Didn't go
grill.
in.
I'm thinking I can rock the gold
Aren't on that one
rim.
either.
Maybe a
Okay, and we want to
diamond
upgrade
or some
them.
Bling. Check me out next time you see me on the street. Gonna be slaying some suckers.
Starting to take shape, starting to look good. Okay, and I'm going to add another metro depot here. Not a metro, sorry, a tram depot. Like we did on the other side. I want to upgrade it so that we have capacity already. Okay, and then I want to add in the tram lines into the road. So we're going to do a double. Okay, and we're going to go a single across. single across. Okay, so let's just do, I'm going to do double. Just in case we do want to run tram lines in the future. And then you can come back over this way. And we need a tram line that way. Okay, so we are connected now. Tram lines should be connected. Okay, so the last thing that's left is the stops. So I don't like these multiple intersections going on here. But I removed all of that. Okay, and then we can be quite strategic about how we replace the metro stops. So my question is, are we going to have a bus station here that's going to ferry people into the city as well? Maybe we can split some of the bus traffic that is coming in this side, spread it out to this side. Or we could just run a metro when we get there. We could probably do that as well. But let's just putting in the tram line stops. So let's just think about this. Okay, so we don't have very much space here. So I'm going to probably do it in two places. So I'm going to do it in the center. I hope that's going to be okay, that there's not too many intersections, otherwise I'm going to have to remove some of these roads. And we don't have to have them there. Okay, so it's going to be metro stops there, and then when you come around the corner, there's a bit more distance on these ones. Perfect. So it is adding them to the middle of the road because we have this avenue and the way that it works. Okay, so I'm just spreading them out a little bit so they're not too hectic. Okay, and we're going to go in. We're going to go with the same one in the same direction, go on the outside. Make sure we don't cross the lines over. Like that. Okay, pause the simulation, lock in the line. Okay, so I know this is the new area. So this area is called Briarwood.